As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Did you see this video? You probably did. A guy was out kayaking and he was swallowed by a humpback whale. Yeah, the video's like, whoa, what's going on there? They have it on film. This story extra speaks to me because over a winter break, I was in Antarctica. For real. I went down to Antarctica and for real, I was kayaking. I could share you the photos if you want. And in those waters were humpback whales. So it's very easy for me to imagine myself being like, hey, this is kind of cool kayaking, and then getting eaten by a whale. But this is 5 good news stories, right? So I'm not going to be like, yeah, and then the guy died and, it's a horrible story. That's not how this show works. Adrian was kayaking with his father in Chile when he felt an impact on his back that knocked him out of his kayak. His father captured the video as Adrian briefly vanished into the mouth of a humpback whale. Adrian wasn't sure what the heck was happening until the whale spit him back out into the water. He says, at first, I thought it swallowed me whole, although I didn't really know what it was, and then when I got back to the surface, I realized it was a whale. I also knew there wasn't that much danger unless it started jumping or knocked my dad off the boat, because it would be very difficult for us to get back to shore. He was not injured. He was able to reunite with Dad and get back to shore, and said, when I was inside it, I remembered Pinocchio, who was also swallowed by a whale. Scientists at Ohio State are working with a special kind of light that attracts microscopic organisms that coral feed on. The device is called the Underwater Zooplankton Enhancement Light Array, UZELA, I guess UZELA. It's an autonomous programmable underwater light, and they're working with the help of the Coral Restoration Foundation in Florida. Researchers found that the UZELA could greatly enhance local zooplankton density and increase the feeding rates of both healthy and bleached coral. When coral feed on larger quantities of zooplankton, it makes them stronger and more likely to be resilient against certain environmental threats like heat stress or ocean acidification. Andrea's leading the study and says coral reefs house 1/3 of all marine species, yet occupy less than 1% of the ocean. By improving coral health and survival rates, it could help reduce the time it takes for corals to grow to a size suitable for outplanting onto reefs. This would not only enhance the success of coral restoration projects, but also reduce the operating costs associated with growing and maintaining nursery corals. Kinley was born with a cleft lip, and so was her dog. Tinny, the dog, was also born with a cleft lip. Kinley used to ask her mom, Kimberly, why she was different from other kids. Lindsay started Cleft Rescue and said, our mission is to combine the 2 different cleft communities, the human community and the canine community. We get puppies from all across the country. She says that many humans with clefts adopt dogs with clefts. Delighting in their shared difference, they love that the puppies look like them. It's really special. Kinley asked her mother one night if dogs also have cleft lips, and then Mom was like, of course they do. Congratulations to a Brazilian couple. They are celebrating 84 years of marriage. They got married in 1940. Manuel's 105, Maria 101. They were awarded the title from Guinness. They set the record at 84 years and 77 days. They met in 1936, married in Brazil in 1940. 13 children, 55 grandchildren, 54 great-grandchildren, and 12 great-great-grandchildren. The longest marriage ever, 88 years and 349 days. David and Sarah Hiller were married in 1809 in Canada. White Smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition. As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years, and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can get this podcast completely ad-free right now. If you're on Apple, just click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening, and you'll get your first month free. If you use Spotify or other podcast players, go to caloroga.com/plus. It's just $5 a month, and you'll get access to over 20 premium shows with no interruptions. Binge listen to new series like the political thriller Acting President, Signal Lost, where military secrets land on the wrong phone, and Pager Protocol, the thriller about exploding pagers in the wrong hands. Plus, enjoy daily shows like Palace Intrigue about the royal family, daily comedy news, and 5 daily trivia questions to test your knowledge, and White Smoke, taking you behind the scenes at what's happening right now at the Vatican. You also get all our hot shows like 5 good news stories. Enjoy your favorite content without any ad breaks. Remember, Apple users click the uninterrupted listening banner for your free first month, and everyone else head to caloroga.com/plus. Get ad-free listening today.
Experts believe that the Lincoln Memorial is sitting above a racy secret. Apparently, 45 feet below the Lincoln Memorial is a sketch of a woman suspected to be a scandalous silent film star. There's a drawing of Theda Bara on the pillars of the basement of the memorial in Washington, D.C., depicting the profile of a woman with dark lipstick, dark eyebrows, dark eye makeup, and a cigarette hanging from her lips. Next to the sketch, the word vamp. Bara rose to fame in silent films beginning around 1914, often playing the evil seductress. In 1915, they were finishing the foundation pillars for the memorial. She had her breakthrough role in a film called A Fool There Was, in which she played a character called the Vampire. Eventually shortened to Vamp, her character is the origin of the term we use today to refer to a seductive woman who exploits men. Apparently, there are other sketches down there, doodles of the cartoon characters Mutt and Jeff, and a figure believed to be President Woodrow Wilson. He was in office during the construction. The drawings are suspected to have been done with carpenter's pencils because everybody had them in the slot of their bib overalls. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you would like the program without commercial interruption, check out the show notes. There's a link there that'll tell you how that works. Short version, $5 a month. All right, have an awesome day.